Well, what's going on, anybody and everybody that watched this video? I hope this video find all of y'all first off in good health and everything is going to some regard your way, and you don't lose yourself in the situation that we're dealing with. I'm gonna try to make this short and sweet. One of the things I wanted to speak about right now is not only just the coronavirus, but how it's actually affecting humanity and our perception of each other. We at a time right now where the definition of social distancing is totally having an effect in the arena that I'm in on people in a way that making other human beings seem to be more so have this, like, to justify their perception of other people in the first place. Like, so you go, just to give an example, okay, you go into Walmart and other people are around and stuff. If you take a look in the eyes of these people that you are going across and passing by, they have literally lost their sense of humanity because they have allowed this illusion of a disease, which is real, to justify something that was already embedded in them in the first place. This manner of disassociation with human beings that are just like them. And to me, this coronavirus has given a lot of people justification to have a mannerism about themselves that just totally separate them from other people. It's bigger than just social distancing. It's more so the attitudes that they have towards other human beings that this coronavirus have given them the justification to act it out even more so. I don't doubt that the coronavirus is real, but what I don't accept is the perception and the attitude that others have of other human beings when they're in the presence of other people. I really feel as if we need to try to find ways to be more human and more accepting of each other versus trying to find ways to separate ourselves from each other. We already had, before coronavirus ever even showed its ugly face, the justification of separation of human beings, based on race, based on a lot of different things, perceptions and stuff like that. So to allow coronavirus to allow those things to create even more of a perception has really done an injustice against human beings, as individuals, let alone us being in the same building with each other or in the same proximities with each other. What I'm getting at, to make this short and sweet, is that we need to start trying to have the mindset of unity instead of separation. Our government has failed us. No matter how we want to put two and two together, our government is creating a perception that we have of each other. Yes, coronavirus is real. Yes, coronavirus has a way of transmitting due to, being around them or amongst each other in close proximity. But don't use that as means to distance yourself from humanity. You can distance yourself from a person, try to, avoid getting coronavirus, but don't let that distance yourself from humanity. Is my message and this whole reason for even doing this video. I'm only one person. But I hate to see that we allow coronavirus to define who we are as human beings at the end of the day. There's nothing wrong with speaking to people saying, hey, how you doing? Or, just being a regular, normal human being. There's nothing wrong with that. We shouldn't allow coronavirus to dictate the way that we perceive each other as human beings. Everybody that you come across don't have coronavirus. And there's no sense in to have this perception of others. You have a mask on and somebody else don't have a mask on, to have this attitude or mannerism towards another person as if they are sick. The sickness really is in your mind. To give justice to your attitude towards other human beings because of coronavirus being existent right now. There's nothing wrong with being a positive person to speak to people and say, God bless you. I don't even know if you believe in God or not, but I know I do. There's nothing wrong with having a God conscious in everything that's going on. To not allow coronavirus to define the way that you act towards other people. We all still matter. And once this coronavirus subsides, because it's gonna pass. This too shall pass. What is going to be your justification to have this attitude towards other human beings after this passes? People like myself are very conscious of other human beings and the way that our mannerisms are towards each other. I'm watching. I'm seeing a shift. I don't think they need is just justification to be and act the way that they wanted to act already, but the justification of it is now is coronavirus. But inside of yourself, it ain't got nothing to do with coronavirus. That's how you felt about other human beings in the first place. I'm a watcher. I'm a watcher of human beings. And I'm going to continue to watch. Because I'm not going to allow this just to be the justification of separation of human beings. Don't let the government define who you are as a person. Don't let the government define the way that you perceive your world. Because the world that they come from is totally dictated by money and greed and capitalism. Don't let that be the justification of how you see your fellow man. Have a mind of your own. Ask some questions. Don't allow yourself to become callous against other human beings. Because if this type of stuff continues to perpetuate itself, at some point, we either gonna destroy each other or we're gonna come together. And the first steps of us destroying each other is to separate based on perception of each other. We can't allow that to happen. I'm all for unity. And I'm going to continue to preach that as long as I'm able to, as long as these platforms exist. This is my first video about this particular type of situation because I've never seen nothing like this ever in my lifetime. But I can see the progression of it if we allow it to dictate the way that we perceive each other. I hope and pray that this video reaches the right people and you start to think about some things. Don't let coronavirus dictate the way you perceive other people. I wasn't expecting this video to be this long, but I hope that you've listened enough to get the understanding of what it is I'm trying to say to you. It's very important. Let love be your dictator, not perception and hate. God bless you.